Hello, my peoples. We had election night, but I'm not here to talk about politics. For me again, where I'm at, I really trust the physical soul. But the point about it was, um, about this world, and you know, again, we're preserving the things that are alive. I mean, we have to talk about like the life is very important. But the main aspect of life in living is again what you choose to do. I mean, it is up to you. But I was trying to say this with these orders, these elements, the body, the spirit, the soul, the mind. They all want different things, of course. But when you're aligning to the will of the Most High, you see there is something that happens. It's something very very special. So again, it incorporates a lot of things. It's a lot of people had already again accomplished these feats of ascension. If you look at people like Elijah, I mean, people like Enoch, it's pretty hard to do it. You have to really fight the angel of death. You have to do all kinds of things really to get that way into that ascension. So it's something you have to really try to do, be like the Most High, like a Lucifer. But the idea was most of you have the capacity to be that because, again, you were built to do some of these things again. Um, when you put the Most High first, when you put Him first, the Most High God first. So we're looking at it. That was the main idea for all the videos. But to really go on to where I'm sitting is just to say that you're all really special. And again, just for the self esteem aspects, for all those things, I already know I'm a king. I literally know internally if you're a king, the world really changes throughout the collective unconscious. Sort of these archetypes, again, these 12 archetypes are, really tests for the initiation of the brain, again, like I said. So you're looking at those archetypes and you're saying, which one am I? Am I a magician, king, whatever, all these other things? But none of them really define you or your personality. I mean, they are. What am I saying? They do define your personality. I mean, they don't define your soul. The soul is really the most important thing, preserving the soul. Again, the mind, there's a lot of warfare on the mind to get to the soul, warfare on the body to get to the mind, or other things like that. But it all starts, again, through the mind. And these spirits are, again, these conduits for the body as well. But you look around, there's spirit everywhere. This spirit, that pretty much everything is spirit if you looked at it. But um, sentient, non-sentient, it's just the energy that's placed on these objects. Inanimate, adamant, and animated, or pretty much these levels of thinking we're looking at. So, reason why again I wouldn't put the trust in man per se is because the mark of the beast we're looking at is the number of man. When people are like, oh, we're gonna do digital currency, things like that. On your dollar bills is the mark of the beast. I mean that little pyramid again. But more so, the carbon atoms we're looking at, 6 electrons, the 6 protons, the 6 neutrons. I mean, those are already encoded in your DNA. A lot of the things again were just symbolisms to what a man is. I'm a beast in a way, but it's connected also to the spirits, the lion spirit, again, Lion of Judah. It's all connected again to that sun. Looking at the fires of Gehenna, is through that light from the sun. So a lot of things again coming full circle. A lot of truths being revealed, but I mean we're gonna go back to Jacob and Esau for some of you. Uh, if you're having some squabbles with your brother, just forgive your brother, love your brother, because even if he's from another mother. But the crazy part is he's from the same mother. People don't realize with Jacob and Esau, they come from the same mother. They're actually twins. What I mean? So that's why you shouldn't really hate your brother like you should. That's the commandment from the mother, of course. The father lives like Esau more, remember. The mother again, the mother likes Jacob more. So Jacob had to really uh, catch pretty much Esau off guard because he basically had to take away the birthright. I don't know. I mean, pretty much he had to have Esau give up his birthright. I mean, in a way where somebody's hungry and they would trade it in for food, and then he went to the father, and pretty much Isaac, yeah, pretty much Jacob was able to trick Isaac into thinking that he was Esau. So I mean, it's those types of things, those small details again. But that is the reason why we have the 12 tribes of Israel that we do now, is through the work that Jacob did. But it may was it deception? No, I mean that's one of those things where we have to see really what the truth is about. Some people again say it goes back to Isaac and Ishmael. Was it Ishmael? I mean, was Isaac killed and did the birthright go to Ishmael or those types of things? But not to confuse you, I'm just saying that what all the confusion had done is, again, those were from brothers from Islam. Again, we were looking at Ishmael as the person, but uh, we're not trying to divide again with these regions, the religions, because the author of confusion again has the reason why we have the kill, steal, and destroy, but is more of a it's a human DNA as well. It's what we do. Some of us, the men were more created to do the war thing. The women, they were more again connected to the environment. So it's full circle, in the sense that with the times, people have transcended all kinds of realities. And the thing is, with Lot's wife turning into salt, again, the women like the sort of the towns more than the men. In some cases, if you're talking about why they chose the men of God because of this, but we all have this. I was saying that what it's going to be do it's going to be hard to do is just to detach from this world, for being in the world but not of it. Uh, it's the detachment from pretty much everything that you see, which is a lot of people practicing Buddhism, Hindu. Pretty much all these transcendent religions, pretty much they had disconnection from pain and suffering through that transcendence from all want and desires. And then it's the same way the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. But it does come at a price. These are the sacrifices that one must go through to go on this journey on the material planes. But the brain is sort of being initiated again. I get through when I say the word initiation. Some of it I used it other circles of speech, but this is just activating. Even if I say a word into my brain, the words I pour into my mind, those things will activate into the brain, and then all these things are created basically through that void, that vortex. So I mean, you're all kings and queens. I keep trying to stress this. Princesses, princes. This is who you are. Um, I wish I could say, you know, if I could turn back time, if I could turn back time, turn back Saturn's rings, because a lot has happened. You know, it's it's a lot. So I'm just saying, the best way really to protect yourself from any flood is to build an ark. It's just the ark was sort of a boat, but it's symbolic of a covered body. It's the union of twos, those twos, those families going inside of the boat, the ark. That ark is a symbol for escaping a disastrous situation, but it's really just a protective home. It's those type of things. Those are the things that you want to preserve. Like I keep on saying, those are the things. Again, so I don't want to be caught off guard by this flood. That's why I act the way I do. I don't want anybody walking behind me that I love to turn into some pillar of some salt. But it's one of those things where it's not the same event. It's a different event because it's a it's something that's poured into the stars. If you're looking at the stars as a connective thing to our bodies, those things are being going to be poured into the stars through these seals, and then the seals in our body. So for the most part, it could be pretty good. I'll say, because I'll say this: for most people, we're looking now at the right hand is as more spoken word. Over the left hand is the written word, because The written word is the dead word. I'm going to be real with y'all. The written word is the dead word, but when you're speaking life through the soul of El, soul of the bull, when you're doing that, you can really create and protect any any weapon. So this is the sword of your mouth, and that's important again. But again, if you're reading and then you're speaking it, that also creates. So again, the living word, the dead word, those type of things to look at. But these are the small lessons you're going to learn, because I pray that your mind is sort of transformed in a way, because in a lot of these, again, I'm not scapegoating religion or anything like that, but Satan had covered pretty much every religion, every single religion, and that's okay, because he was, for a time, he's been over all of a material reality. He has, and I'm not gonna say that I speak it, but these were the things, everything from graduation ceremonies to all the holidays, because they were rituals that had been inspired. Not, I mean, not all of it, but I will say the things that changed, the things that didn't change, the things that won't change. But the living word will always stay the same. Always. So again, no matter what feud you have with your brother because it was written, or these types of small things, the history can be rewritten. If I could turn back the hands of time, I would. You know, undo some of the things that happened, because we couldn't control what's in our DNA. We can't control. People had the mark of Cain basically because they are the seed of Cain. They are the Canaan was cursed through Ham's sin. You know, it was the grandson of Ham was cursed. So Canaan, and then the Canaanites. So look at, a lot of things have been put in you, a lot of reasons to rage and a lot of injustice, but it's not necessarily something we could have controlled. I can't really blame anybody, you know. But it all comes full circle for the most part. So you're the controllers of the world, as like I said, but the powers of the world had orchestrated. I keep saying it because of the reason why it's hidden. It's hidden on our money. It's hidden on everything we do. Everything, every step. But I mean, if you look at it internally, you can say we can change this. We can fight this new world order. Anywhere, because they won't win. They won't win. But yeah, I mean, in terms of today, I'll make another video on Thursday, but just stay prayed up, and do some research again. I mean, not hard research. Um, yeah, we'd be open to understanding the mechanics of why. Because again, if you're going through something, it might be because of something from previous generational things that will be unlocked if eventually, like injustices, all coming through these shadows, these archetypes in the mind. But if you transcend the mind through the soul and the spirit, you'll make it through. All right, all right, peace.